I just wanted to share some thoughts on jazz jams. I'm going to be hosting a new monthly jazz jam, and it might become more frequent if there's a lot of people who come out, and I hope that's the case. So, in the last few months, I've noticed a lot of new jammers at jazz jams, and I think that's fantastic. It's a great way to learn and meet other people to practice and play with, and it's a great way to learn about the music. And music is ultimately something that's done in groups, it's a social thing, so I think that's fantastic. Another thing that I've noticed though is some older jammers getting kind of annoyed at new jammers who don't really know etiquette. So, what's the solution to this? Well, I think the solution is that some of the younger jammers need to learn the etiquette, and some of the older jammers need to teach the etiquette rather than assume that everyone knows it. So, some of the etiquette would be having some tunes prepared when you go on stage and calling those tunes rather than spending 5 minutes or 10 minutes figuring out what you're going to play next, because that's time that could be used to make music. So try to figure out a few tunes beforehand. If you don't know any tunes, well, that's the first place to start as a jazz jammer, right? So learn a blues, maybe something like Freddie Freeloader or Sea Jam Blues or Blue Monk. Another thing that you're going to hear at almost every jazz jam is a rhythm changes. One of the most popular ones in Ottawa, at least, is Oleo by Sonny Rollins. So learn that tune. Then learn a tune with like a cycle 4 progression, like Autumn Leaves. Learn a tune that has the Christoph changes. Something like All of Me or I Can't Give You Anything But Love. Learn a tune that has, that super common swing bridge, like on the Sunny Side of the Street, or Satin Doll, or something like that. Learn a Latin tune. Blue Bossa is a really good one to start on. When you listen to other players playing, take note of what tunes they play and write those down. In fact, a really good tool for musicians of all levels to have is a repertoire list. So for me, I have this in a Google spreadsheet, and I write the titles of tunes that I know by heart and I can play the melody and the chords to, tunes that I'm actively practicing, tunes that I'd like to learn at some point. If you're a new jazz musician who's going to jazz jams and you notice someone calling a tune, write down the title, take note of what it is. If you're a singer, you want to know what key the song is in that's comfortable for your voice. That's not something you really want to figure out on stage. What else? When you're soloing, try not to take too many choruses, right? So if it's a 32 bar form, 2 choruses, is pretty good. 3 is okay if there's not that many jammers, maybe. Anything over 4, you're kind of just practicing on stage, and it's not really respectful to the other musicians. So don't take too many choruses. The other thing is endings. Try to end tunes in a way that is clear. So if you are the person calling the tune, and you're the melody player, you should be directing how the song ends. If you're a rhythm player and you're noticing a more beginner sort of player who's playing the melody, maybe you could like force an ending, but generally the melodic player will cue the ending. So things like this, right? Try to keep an open mind, and I'm hoping that I'll see you guys at my jazz jam and other jazz jams in Ottawa, and that we can all keep getting better and have a ton of fun. So see you around.